Welcome back to another episode of Remember the Great Sports. Today I'm going to share with you a recent pickup that I got online. These are some unique collectibles. Being a Cardinals fan, I thought this was a very fair deal to pick these up. This is kind of out of my comfort zone of knowledge of sports collectibles. I know there's a couple other viewers on my channel that are really heavy into coins. So maybe they can give a brief history on these a little bit better than I. But I bought them for the two factors. One, they were cheap. And number two, they're so unique St. Louis Cardinal collectibles that I just thought I had to have them in my collection. So I'm going to stand back a second. We'll get to the Cardinal stuff. But first we're going to start with a Babe Ruth coin that I bought. And I apologize if it's a little blurry on the screen here and it moves around, but that's that autofocus. And on the back of the coin it just has the name of the coin company, Sports Coins Incorporated, and it's pretty heavy. You know, it's not gold or anything like that, but you know, it's, I'm guessing metal or whatever, but it's a pretty heavy metal that they use, you know, to make this coin. But I just thought that was a really cool Babe Ruth coin. And I threw this into the lot that I'm about to show you. The seller was selling the Cardinal coins. And I said, hey, you know, you mind throwing the Babe Ruth in there? It can't cost too much more to mail one more coin. And the seller said, yeah, that's no problem. So anyways, that's the Babe Ruth coin. We'll just set that down. Now these next coins, these are not actually, I mean, they're coins, but they're not like heavy metal or anything like that. They almost feel really cheap, like tokens would be the best way I could describe them. And this is 11 of the 12 1966 Cardinals collector's coins. And I will show you one on the front and one on the back. And this is the back of the coin is the St. Louis Cardinals Legends of Busch Stadium. Busch Stadium Immortals, excuse me. And that is 1909 to 1966. Now, if you know your history... Alright, sorry, I had to cut that for a second. I had a brief interruption. My cat was scratching his post. So I just cut that part out. But if we're talking about Busch Stadium, we're not talking about current day Busch Stadium. We're not even talking about Busch Stadium 2. We're talking about original Sportsman's Park Busch Stadium. So these are the Immortals, or the greatest players from 1909 to 1966 that played for the St. Louis Cardinals. And this was a regionally only issued set. I believe it came out in 1966. I think there was a holder that you could also get with it. And I will show you the names of the people that I bought, and we will just go through each one, and I'll tell you the one I'm missing. So if there's anybody out there that has the missing coin, I definitely will trade you for it, or you know, whatever, to finish my set. So the first one is Frankie Frisch, the Hall of Famer. The next one I will show you is Terry Moore, the great center fielder of the Cardinals. And I'm going to flip that over so you can see both sides while I'm talking about this. The next one is Red Schoendienst, the great second baseman and lifetime Cardinal, who just passed away this past year in 2018. The next one is Stan the Man Musial, of course. So how can you not have a Cardinal set without Stan the Man? The next one is Chick Haffey, another Hall of Famer that spent time with the Reds, I believe, as well. He would have been on the Gas House Gang. This next one is Joe Ducky Medwick, one of the Cardinal greats from the Gas House Gang. The next one is Jessie Haynes, the Hall of Fame pitcher of the Cardinals. Very, very seldomly do you hear about Jessie Haynes, the Hall of Fame pitcher. You usually only hear about Bob Gibson because of Bob Gibson's contributions to the Cardinals, but Jessie Haynes was also a very big-time Cardinal. This next one has a stain on the back. I'm not too happy about that. I don't know if that's a marker or what that is. Huh. Well, anyways, I'm going to have to contact the seller on that. Anyways, Johnny Mize, the great Yankee giant Cardinal. Like I said, there's something on the back of that one. Not too happy about that. The next one is George Sisler, who was a St. Louis Brown. So these aren't just Cardinals. I didn't realize they threw some Brownies in there as well. Dizzy Dean, of course, the great Cardinal pitcher. Dizzy Dean. And finally, what was that? Marty Marion. So Marty Marion actually was a Cardinal and a Brown. So there's a Cardinal and Brown right there. So anyways, there are 12 coins in the set. As you can see, I only have 11 here. The one that I am missing is not Man Musial. It is Enos Slaughter. So if anybody has an Enos Slaughter coin out of this set, I definitely will consider trading for that or buying it from you or whatever, just so I can complete my set. Furthermore, if you happen to have the holder, and if I can find a picture of the holder, I'll place it up on the screen here so you guys know what it looks like. But the next time I'm in the St. Louis area, I might stop at a couple coin shops and just start asking around. I happen to know a couple people, in the St. Louis area that deal with coins, and I might say, hey, do you have that 1966 Enos Slaughter? So what I'm going to tell you is what I paid for all these. Shipped to my door, I roughly paid $20 for the whole lot. So that's less than $2 a coin is what I paid for these. And being that these are over 50 years old, I mean, how could you go wrong? I mean, there's a couple that have a couple scruff marks, and that one has something on the back. But I'm hoping I can contact the seller, because the picture that they said was, hey, these are mint, blah blah blah. Well, mint's not something that has something on the back of it, so maybe we'll be able to work something out to replace those coins. But regardless of the condition, still happy about the set overall. If you happen to have that extra Enos Slaughter out there, definitely give me a holler in the comments below or my email address. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I think these are some great little pickups. I know the people that collect coins might be able to shine some light on these a little better than me. So thanks for watching another episodes of my pickup videos. Really appreciate it, and happy collecting.